blast. The whole fight week was surreal because it was right in New York City, so it was a lot of fun. But that one didn't go my way either. That one was a real terrible referee stoppage, but that was a whole fun experience. And like I got nothing but respect for Biagio too.
Yeah. He definitely he cracks hard. That was
dude, that kid's got a bright future.
I'm joined with Ed Davis, Ed Ward Davis, 2-1 as a professional here in New England. Ed, how are you?
I'm good, Juliano. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, very good. It's pretty cold out here, and you're up in like the way top of Maine, so I bet it's a little bit worse up there for you.
Yeah, it's been getting real cold these past few days. I've been working outside the last few days, so it's been real cold out there.
So you just got a fight announced actually today. Your opponent's name got released today. So you are fighting February 8th in Portland, Maine at the Portland Expo against Matt Denning. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that fight?
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited. I haven't fought since April this last year, so it's been a pretty long layoff. I usually fight pretty consistent. But I'm excited to get back in there with a real game dude like Matt. He's been around for a long time, so.
Yeah. Matt's got a total of 30 fights. Matt's got a total of 30 fights, so that's a lot of experience for a professional. And you're 2-1, so that's a pretty big difference.
Yeah, no, it's a huge gap there on fight experience, and he's been in there with every good cat in New England, so he's not scared of a hard fight. Yeah.
So you did mention your last fight was in April of last year. That was against Dan Gura. In I think was that up in Bangor, right?
Yeah,
that was up in Bangor.
That was the 420 card.
Yep. So why don't you tell me a little bit about that fight? I know it didn't go your way, but is there anything you took away?
That one was a tough night out, but that's what happens sometimes, when you don't show up to work and you're a fighter, it's a real bad day at the office. So
yeah.
It happens. I'm excited to bounce back from it.
Yeah. So what have you been doing in your time off? Did you take a little break from everything, just let the body heal, or did you kind of just work on some skills?
Yeah, no, I've still been pretty busy. I've been pretty consistent with training and work and life. I pretty much stick to the same schedule all the time. During camp, it just gets a little busier. Yeah. But it's pretty much the same thing all the time. Gym in the morning, gym in the afternoon.
Yeah. So what does a normal day for you look like while you're getting ready for this fight, while you're in fight camp?
Up early. I usually get to work real early, so I get up and I lift. I'm in my little dungeon gym right now. I've got a sauna and a cold plunge down here, and I hit my weights and stuff here before I go to work. Yeah. And then I'll work my 8, 10, 12 hours, whatever I'm working that day. Enough to tighten for usually 2.
Nice. Do you have any main training partners that are up there with you at Titan Athletics?
Yeah, I've got Brandon Oldenburg, Devin Corson, my head coach Jeremy Tyler is an awesome training partner. He gives me killer rounds. And everybody on the team's growing, so it seems to be getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Do you have any teammates fighting on the card with you on February 8th?
I don't believe so. I think I'm going to be the only one for this card. Jared may fight, but I don't think so. So I think it's going to just be me on this one.
Yeah. Do you like fighting with your other teammates, or do you like fighting alone?
Yeah, no, I prefer to fight with the boys. I like when we get on a card and there's like 5 or 6 of us on there, but sometimes it makes the night a little easier for coach when there's not 6 guys fighting on the card,
Yeah. So when did you find Titan Athletics?
That's been my home gym since 2015.
Yeah.
I didn't really get super serious about training for MMA until I don't know, probably 8 months before the Joe Peters fight. So 21, 22, I started taking it really serious.
Yeah, yeah, and that was during your amateur
Yeah,
bouts. I was in person up in I think Bangor when you fought Kyle Poofall.
yeah, that was a
That
scrap he has his head on right now.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that.
Love that kid.
That was a crazy fight. That was a war. That was an amazing fight.
Yeah, dude, I've got nothing but respect for that kid. I'm so excited where his career's going. He's a dog.
Yeah, that especially for like an amateur fight. That was like you both looked like professionals in that cage that night. It was pretty great to see.
Yeah, that was a fun one. Fun scrap.
Yeah,
I like him and all the Nostos guys. They're all real cool.
yeah. And then later on, you got a shot in the PFL.
Yeah, yeah. I had an amateur fight against Diageo, Lee Walsh.
Yeah. How did that kind of come about, and what did you learn from being in the PFL for that fight?
Oh, dude, that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of like big show experience, I guess you could say. But it was like it was just a blast. The whole fight week was surreal because it was right in New York City, so
Hmm.
it was a lot of fun. But you know, that one didn't go my way either. That one was a real terrible referee stoppage, but that was a whole fun experience. And like I got nothing but respect for Biagio too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He definitely he cracks hard.
Oh, dude, that kid's got a bright future. He's
That was
going
quite the
places for
fight.
sure.
Yeah. So after this fight, what are your plans for the rest of the year? Because we're starting the year pretty fresh up in February with your fight, and then do you have any plans further along down the year?
Yeah, yeah. I'm not. I think that they're going to be back up here in the spring. I might end up taking the spring off because I'm going to be doing my EMT course, uh, trying to finish up my whole firefighting thing to get started here, and
Mhm.
I'll probably be back in September.
Okay, nice.
But I may be back before September. Sometimes I'm real easily talked into a fight.
Yeah.
And I like to stay busy. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah. So this upcoming fight against Matt Denning, this is a catch weight fight. What's your normal fight weight that you like to fight at? Is it 155?
Yeah, 155.
Yeah.
That's what we prefer. I struggled my last two cuts getting down to 55. I think the last two fights I missed weight by a pound or so.
Hmm.
And a catch weight was kind of nice to be offered because
Yeah.
that's an extra 5 pounds that doesn't have to go. It seems to be that it's the last 2 pounds that's getting to be hard to get off to 55.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we'll see where it goes after this one. If I keep the frame small, I'll probably stay at 55.
What do you normally like to walk around at?
I don't really like to get any bigger than 180, 185. But sometimes out of camp, I have been known to get really big, like in the 190s. So I think the biggest I've touched outside of camp's been about 198.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a lot. So what do you see in your opponent, Matt Denning, that will give you a challenge on February 8th?
Oh, dude, he's got a. I don't foresee him being anything I haven't seen striking.
Hmm.
But he is sneaky in clinches and grappling situations.
Hmm.
So I'm going to watch out for that. He's got pretty good jiu-jitsu. He's got sneaky jiu-jitsu. So watch out for that. But I think it's going to be a fight where we're probably going to keep it standing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put on
And
the
I know you like to keep it standing. You're definitely more of the striker.
Yeah, that's always.
Do you like to grapple? Do you like the wrestling, or you keep like it standing?
I don't mind. I don't mind grappling and wrestling. I just think the fans like kickboxing style fight a lot more than they like grappling style fight.
Yeah.
So we're going out there to give fans what they want.
Yeah. Are you gonna have a big crowd in
I think so.
attendance?
I usually get a pretty good band of supporters who go. Sometimes Portland's a little harder to get a big crowd out in than Bangor because
Yeah.
the pay-per-views make it easy to watch it at home, but we usually get a real big crowd to go out.
Nice. So when you do you do any like strength? Because I know you said you're in your home gym. So do you follow any specific like strength and conditioning, like weight days, and then go to your gym for like your technique work, like your boxing pads, or is it all just kind of mixed?
Typically Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do strength stuff in the morning. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays are cardio, kickbox, MMA days. Sundays I usually jog or something. But Monday and Friday afternoons I do kickboxing cardio as well.
Yeah. And do you teach any classes up at Titan Athletics, or are you just a participant?
No, I've got me and Jordan Denley do a basic MMA strikers course class. He does one Mondays from 8 to 9, and I do them Fridays from 8 to 9.
Nice. And how do you like doing that? A little bit of a different view on things?
It's a lot of fun. You get to slow fighting down. So I like showing brand new guys things, basic things, you know?
Yeah. Do you ever look at film on your opponents? Is that something you do? Is that something your coaches do, or do you not do
me and coach both do a lot of film stuff.
Yeah. Do you think that helps you, like kind of break down your opponent, or does it?
Yeah. I think that you could see good glimpses, because people don't really like change their styles too much from fight to fight, you know?
Yeah.
And you can see a lot of tendencies in film.
Yeah. Have you added anything new since taking all this time off from the cage all of last year?
Added anything new? Like
added any skills? I don't know. Anything new on the ground? Something you want to show for this upcoming fight?
Yeah, no. I mean, it's going to be my goal is to try and show the same thing every time. I want to go out. I don't really care to put anyone away super fast. If it was up to me, I could go out and beat somebody up for 14 minutes and then put them away in the last minute of the fight. So that's really kind of what I want to focus on.
Yeah. Do you have any other names of any other professional fighters you'd like to fight maybe further on down the year after Denning?
I don't particularly care to call people out too awful much. You know, anybody can call me out if they want to call me out at any point in time. I'm not scared to fight anybody. So I think that it's just easier to roll through it fighting whoever the NEF offers.
Yeah. So I'm assuming your goal is to probably try and get back to the bigger leagues like PFL, Bellator, UFC.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got this real big urge and itch where I want to try out the bare knuckle boxing scene, and you know, my wife and coach and everybody doesn't really want me to all that bad, but it's a bucket list thing for me.
Yeah.
So I think we see something like that in the future.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be pretty wild. I feel like you'd fit in pretty well over there with a bare knuckle.
Yeah, the bare knuckle boxing scene, nobody shooting for takedowns. We're both going to stand in the middle and see who's tougher.
Yeah. Do you get it inspired by any fighters locally or from like the UFC or Bellator who kind of just keep you motivated to chase your dream?
Not particularly, man. I'm just out here trying to focus on me, getting me the best Ed that I can be. Best dad, family guy I can, you know?
Yeah. So I'm assuming, so your family is a big motivator for you when you're in fight camp and when you're in the fight?
Yeah, for sure. They're my biggest motivators and supporters, you know? My wife and my baby go to the gym all the time. They're great company.
Nice. So how old is your kid?
She's going to be 3 on the 21st of this month.
Nice. And does she do any martial arts right now, or do you want to?
No, she's in the gym a lot right now, but she's kind of at that age where she gets sidetracked by everything, so I don't want to bombard her on the kids' jiu-jitsu coach yet. I'm going to give it probably another year.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, so right now we're a couple weeks out from your fight. So how strict are you with your diet and your calories and like your water intake? Is that pretty strict right now? Even though it's a catch weight, but I still don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm being pretty strict on everything. My water intake's always pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's a catch, I'm not overly concerned about making. Right now, my frame's a lot smaller than it has been,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm a lot closer. I've never been like this far out of a fight and this close to fight weight in amateur or pro career.
Yeah, yeah. So when did this fight with Matt Denning come about? Was this something you wanted, or did it kind of just get presented to you sometime the last few months, and you just took it because you knew you wanted to fight at the beginning of the year?
Well, I was really thinking about taking February off,
Mm-hmm.
and then Matt offered the fight, and it was one that I've kind of been eyeing since I've gone pro.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I took it because I really do want to get back in. I want to be back in the cage more often.
Yeah.
Like I said, it kind of gets easy to talk me into a fight.
Yeah. Do you think you're ever going to meet Kyle Pufall again? He is a professional now, so do you think you'll meet him down the line again?
Maybe. Honestly, right now, I think his career is moving to the big leagues faster than I'm catching it.
Okay.
And, I've got nothing but respect for that kid.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of him and whatever accomplishments he's got. I know he's got one booked right now for the LFA.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets after that one. He's probably going to be on the big show in his next fight or two.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm a big fan of his too. He's quite the savage.
I don't think that the regional scene is going to be able to hold that kid much longer.
Thank you for joining me today, Ed. I appreciate you coming on to the show. February 8th in Portland, Maine, Portland Expo. We got Ed Davis versus Matt Denning. Ed, I'm going to give you the floor. Any shout-outs, anything, any last words you want to say? The floor is yours.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for having me, brother. I'm super excited to put on a show for the fans on the 8th. Don't expect anything but fireworks because I'm going to come out of the gate like a bat out of hell and put on a show for you guys. So huge thank you to all of my fans, everybody who supports me along the way, my whole team at Titan Athletics, my wife, my baby, and all of my sponsors. Huge shout out to them.
Thank you. And what's your Instagram?
You can give me a follow on Instagram. My handle is going to be Eddie Davis 93.
Cool.